Read Aloud is called The Dinosaurs Next Door. By Harriet Castor. Illustrated by Terry Goer. Designed by Maria Wheatley and edited by Emma Fischel. So this has a lot of people who helped make this book. Stan lived at number 3 Green Street. Mr. Puff lived next door. From the outside, Mr. Puff's house looked a little strange. Inside, it was even stranger. Mr. Puff's house had rooms full of very strange things. Some were machines that he had built, like the Move You chair here, and some were bits and pieces that he had collected. Some were things that even Mr. Puff couldn't explain. Mr. Puff had a cat too. What was her name? I wonder if you can find out. If you look at the picture close enough. What was the cat's name? Let's see if I can get that picture. There's one clue in this picture that shows you the cat's name. Hopefully the leaf shadows aren't too much. One day, Stan knocked on Mr. Puff's door. Mr. Puff opened it and said, "Hello, Stan, there's something I want you to see." So Stan followed him inside. Mr. Puff dived under the table. He brought out a large basket. Eggs? Not just any old eggs there, but Stan already knew what they were. Do you? What kind of eggs are those? Right here, it says, "Dinosaur eggs, handle with care." Just then, one of the dinosaur eggs began to bump and jump. Then a crack appeared, and another, until finally a head popped out. By lunchtime, all the eggs had hatched. What did dinosaurs eat? I don't know. Mr. Puff fetched a book. Dinosaurs. What did the book say that dinosaurs eat? Some dinosaurs ate meat. Some ate plants. This dinosaur ate plants. This dinosaur ate meat. Check out the difference between those dinosaurs, the one that ate plants and the one that ate meat. Stan wasn't sure what sort of dinosaurs all these were. He put out some salad and some cat food just in case. During the next 3 days, the dinosaurs grew and grew, and on the 4th day, Mr. Puff was worried. They're getting very fierce. Then he had an idea. He rummaged in one of the rooms and dragged something out. What was it called? You see a clue on that page? Find out what was it called. Oh, I wish the shadow wasn't covering the book so much. It has a little tag that says Size-O-Machine. "The Size-O-Machine," said Mr. Puff, "can make things shrink or grow. I hope it still works." Mr. Puff gave Stan the hose and told him to point it at a dinosaur. Then he pushed a lever. There was a cloud of starry smoke, and the dinosaur had gone away. Or had it? Can you see where it's gone? There he is, teeny tiny little dinosaur. Stan and Mr. Puff set to work on the other dinosaurs. One was in the garden, another was in the kitchen, the last one was in the bathroom. But just as Mr. Puff pushed the lever, the dinosaur lunged at Stan. Stan slipped and the hose flew out of his hand. What did Stan slip on? What did he slip on? Slippo bath oil, it says. Very interesting. The smoke cleared and Stan couldn't believe his eyes. Everything around him was enormous, except Mr. Puff. Eek! The Sizo machine has shrunk us as well as the dinosaurs. They heard a roar. Look at those teeth. Run! Suddenly, the dinosaur turned its head. What has the dinosaur seen? What is it? Amy, that's our cat's name, chased the dinosaur away. Clever cat. Now we must use the Sizo machine to make us grow again. First, they had to turn the dial. Look, they needed help to reach it. It was hard work. Then they moved the hose into place. There was one more thing to do. What was it? What was the last step they had to do? The lever was high above them. Stan climbed onto Mr. Puff's shoulders, but he couldn't shift it. Then they both climbed up and bounced on the lever, but that didn't work either. Just then, Amy jumped onto the Sizo machine. What's Amy doing? I think she's seen that cat food. Can you see what's going to happen? She's stepping on the lever. Down went the lever. There was a cloud of smoke, and at last, Stan and Mr. Puff were back to normal size. Mr. Puff and Stan went to find all the dinosaurs. I think they would make nice pets, he says. Stan wasn't so sure. In fact, he was quite glad to go home. Mr. Puff offered Stan a dinosaur to take home, but Stan chose something else instead. What was it? What did Stan choose? What is that book? Stan didn't tell anyone about the dinosaurs next door or about his narrow escape. You're a very clever cat. But whenever he saw Amy, he always went out to give her a saucer of milk.